everyone, welcome back to A Vintage Vanity. So this is my 100th video. So excited. So excited. I just want to say thank you so much for being with me for these 100 videos. I'm speechless. I can't thank you enough for your love and your support and your friendship and your comments and your shares and your thumbs and everything else that goes along with being here on YouTube. And you guys are what makes this fun. If it wasn't for you, I certainly wouldn't have done 100 of them. So as a thank you, I'm going to have a giveaway at the end of this video as just a small way to say thank you guys so much. And I've been asking for questions, and you guys have sent me so many. It's amazing. I don't even think I'm going to have enough room in this video to answer all those questions. So probably what I'm going to do is kind of split them up into smaller, more manageable chunks. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so I'm going to start over on my Facebook page. Yeah, let's start on Facebook. Sound good? Alright. And before I get started, if I screw up anybody's name, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm just really bad at pronouncing names. Yeah, there's a flaw for you. Alright, so first up we have Grace, and she's asking, did you always get dressed up vintage daily, or was it a slow change, including makeup and clothing? When I decided to start doing vintage full-time, within 2 weeks I was full-on vintage. I think it was just a matter of, you know, getting the makeup that I wanted, getting a few of the clothes. I had some clothes in my wardrobe that had a vintage flair to them, so those were definitely the ones I was pulling out and kind of rocking. But yeah, I went full on really quick because I loved it so much. I was like, you know what, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. Agata? A-G-A-T-A? Asks, when did you start to wear vintage hairstyles? I started wearing them probably about 2.5 years ago. I think my very first vintage hairstyle was actually in middle school. I actually attempted to rock out a vintage style. It didn't go over very well. I have to say I did get made fun of. It wasn't until later years that I started like getting more and more into it. What is the most horrible and scary paranormal place you've been to in some of your experiences when you got the feeling of a chill going down your spine? That, I'm actually going to save the paranormal questions because I did get a few of them and I really want to get into them. I'm going to save that for a Retro Ramblings where I actually talk maybe a little bit more about all the paranormal. So I want to know, did see it, gonna get to it in an upcoming video. So thank you so much. Ruby asks, what first got you into the vintage style? I grew up on the old movies. I spent a lot of time watching Masterpiece Theater and AMC and just absorbing anything that I could from those eras, from the 40s and the 50s. And we even used to go to this Wild West town when I was younger, and they would play like even old Charlie Chaplin films, and I couldn't get enough. So that was really probably my first introduction to it, and it was always where my heart felt like it was. And I'm sure that makes sense to you guys. So that's what I love about you guys. You get it. You just get it. Ruby also asked about my best EVP. I will place a link here to the Retro Ramblings I did where I talked about my best EVP, so you can go check that out. But she also asked about my best photo or footage that I've ever gotten. And again, I will cover that in my next Retro Ramblings. Stephanie asks, when I'm in a big hurry, what are the main things you make sure to do or adorn yourself with? Or a headband or a hat, or something to that effect. Usually, this is one of my actually go-to styles because usually it doesn't matter what your hair is looking like down here. This wears pretty well, especially on day-old styles, and it can do it pretty quickly. The other thing is pomp and a ponytail. My splurge purchase, without regret or regret, I would say, hold on, I would probably say this was my splurge purchase. It was from Pinup Clothing. I want to say it was close to $100, if not $100. My mom actually bought this for me for my birthday. I'm going to place a link in the description to a blog post I did on this so that you can get you know, better look at it. But what I love about it is one of my first dresses that go really well with a full-on petticoat. But like I said, no regrets on this one. But again, that's easy to say because it was our present. But I think my mom will go right along with me in saying that she does not regret it, because I think for both of us, this color is so like bright and fun, and you can't help but feel sassy when you're wearing this. The other that I would kind of put in the same category as splurge purchase is my little hat. I believe this was about $60, $65, which is a lot for a little bit of a hat, but I adore it. It goes so well with everything, and it was my first like hat purchase. So, and I love hats so much that no, I don't think I could ever regret it. But $60 for a hat, that is really a splurge for me. She also asked what are my favorite items that I could wear almost every day if people wouldn't raise an eyebrow. I would probably say I have this great strapless dress that is black. It's got pockets on the side, goes just above the knee. It's got this great floral print pattern. It's very like retro tiki Hawaiian kind of thing, and I adore it. It's one of those things that fits really well. I love this dress so much, but I love a lot of my dresses, so I wouldn't want to wear the same one anywhere every day, but I would say I would be happy if I could wear that like 2 or 3 times a week. What do I think has been my most successful videos? I would say the ones that I'm really the most proud of are my 1920s finger wave look. Adore that one. I think that's because finger waves, even though it's not in my 40s, 50s period where I really like to stay, it was the one that took me the longest to really, I wouldn't even say I've mastered it yet, but really to be able to get a good style with it. It was the hardest one for me, and I'm just so tickled with the way it turned out. I'll place a link to that here. And I would say one of the others that I love is my Reese Witherspoon Water for Elephants look. That was one of those that I felt like I was bang on to the photograph, and I love the look. It's so fun. Again, I'll post a link for that video right here. And probably one other one is, can't remember what I called it, something like updo for summer, vintage summer updo or something. I'll place a link here. And that one again is another one I felt it was just bang on to the picture, and it was the one with the victory rolls and then like the Gibson roll in the back. It is one of my favorite, and I feel is very, very true to the 40s, and yeah, I love that look. Have I surprised myself in this venture? Absolutely. Probably mostly because of the sewing stuff. Because I still can't believe I've made 2 dresses. 2! That's crazy to me. Huh? I know the So So Vintage series is on a hiatus right now. I'm adjusting to being here, and I'm still getting my sewing room set up, but I'm just sitting, I can't wait to get back, so hopefully that'll be returning soon. Sean asked, did you always have a talent in hairstyling, or did you attend school? I did not attend any beauty or hairstyling schools. This has all been self-taught, and I don't know that I've always had a talent for it. The other hairstyles that I used to do when, you know, when trying to be like on trend, I just really didn't care about the styles. I was just like, whatever, just give me a hairstyle that I don't look, you know, I look like kind of on trend and I'll be out the door. But now that I have a passion for replicating those styles, the skill level has grown, and it's come because I love putting the work in. I love spending the time and trying to get a style just right. Alright, so that was Facebook. Let's go over to Twitter. Amy over on my Twitter asks, who is your favorite music group or singer, 40s and 50s? Has to be Bing Crosby. There's just something about the timbre in that man's voice, and his boom, 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 boom. Melts me every time. Every time. Puddle, goo, me. And my favorite old movie, there are so many. I went back and forth on this, but I would have to say probably Singing in the Rain. It is one of those that kind of fits all the criteria about older movies that I love. There's a great story, great comedy, great drama, fabulous dancing. I mean, Gene Kelly. Gene Kelly. I felt felt like I looked like really creepy right there. But yes, Gene Kelly, just melt in the heart. It was just fabulous. Love every minute, and I probably watch that every year. Let's go over to YouTube. So Kate X Champagne actually asked, what is your favorite type of bread? Okay, there is a bakery in Chicago called Crumb. They make this spicy cheddar loaf. It's amazing, amazing. Spicy and cheesy and bread. Doesn't get better than that. Absolutely adore it. Absolutely try not to have it at my house too often because I will eat it all. And Gay for Unicorns also asks, what is your favorite type of bread? I'll give you my second favorite type of bread. It comes from a neighborhood in Chicago called Andersonville, wherein they have a bakery called the Swedish Bakery. And every holiday, they release their Limpa bread, L-I-M-P-A, and it is outstanding. Nom, 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 nom. Sophia Pete has asked, out of all the gloriously polished Hitchcock movies, which one is your favorite? I will say it is The Birds. It was the one I remember vividly watching this movie at my grandmother's house and being terrified. Like in a good way, just like the suspense in that movie is just so on point, and like being terrorized by something that is so commonplace and something like, you're like, oh, pretty bird. You don't think, oh, horrible bird is attacking me, and then poking up the eye. Oh, so on point with that. And also ask follow-up questions, favorite Hitchcock leading lady. I'm going with Grace Kelly on this. I adore Grace Kelly, and honestly, I think to me she was that iconic blonde he was looking for. Early Bird Vintage asked, who are some of your favorite authors and what are your favorite books? Okay, there are so many of them, so I will just pare it down right here, right now. And I will say Jane Austen, adore her, and Dean Koontz. Yeah, that's where the YouTube username comes from, Koontz fan too. And I know they are at such opposite ends of the spectrum. And I will also say two other of my favorites are Beverly Smith, which you could probably put her over at Jane Austen's side, and Jim Butcher, which you would probably put over on Dean Koontz's side. So yeah, it just runs the spectrum on that one. And my favorite books, I would say for Jane Austen, even though I love them all, the one I resonate with the most is Persuasion. I know, right? People always think it's going to be Pride and Prejudice, but no, Persuasion, I don't know, just really speaks to my heart. And my other favorite book by Beverly Smith is Tree Grows in Brooklyn. And honestly, you guys, I can get so emotional about this book, but this is like a defining book in my life. It was the one book where I read it and I realized that the way I see the world and this feeling of seeing it in such an alien way that just seemed so vastly opposed to the way everybody else saw it was actually, I wasn't alone, and it was a beautiful way to see the world. And I remember saying to my sister, like, if you want to get me, read this book. And she did. She's like, okay, not sure I totally get you, but it makes more sense now. So it was just, I don't know, I read it every year, and it's, yeah, and I can talk about books all day. Love reading. Alright, I am almost out of battery, and I believe I'm about, without editing, about 20 minutes in. So I am actually going to stop with the Q&A, even though I've got a ton more to do, which again, thank you guys so much. And you know what I might do then is, in the next couple of videos, I'll keep adding maybe 2 of those cues at the end of every video. And so yeah, so for all the videos coming up, stay tuned to the end, and I will answer a few more cues on those videos. I think that'll be a fun way to kind of wrap them up. Okay, so I have to talk about the giveaway before my camera decides to, see it? Right there, it wants to shut down on me. No, no shutting down. Stop blinking at me. Okay. You guys are gonna love this. I am so excited about this giveaway. For the giveaway, there are going to be 2 gifts. They are exactly the same. The first item of which is going to be, you're going to receive one of these dolly bags. There's her little wristlet bags with the wrist ribbon and the zipper. I know, fabulous. I love this. So one of the patterns is kind of the Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead. And I think this is her most popular pattern, and this is the Old School Monsters. Again, so fabulous. Okay. And one thing I have to say, I adore the quality of these bags and the sturdiness of them. I mean, I'm really floored. I love these bags, so I'm really excited to be passing them along to you. But you are going to receive items in these bags, and they will be wrapped up in a plastic bag so they don't get all over them. But the first of which are some of my favorite, like, pin-up-y, retro, vintagey makeup items. The first of which is this Tarte Black Amazonian Clay Waterproof Liner. I love this stuff, and I believe this comes with a liner brush as well. Yeah, I believe this is the brush it comes with. Again, this is out of my collection, and this is what the liner looks like. And again, this is mine. This is not the one you'll be getting, but this is my personal one. I love this stuff. It glides on so easily, and it's waterproof, and it tends to pretty much stay once you put it on. So, adore it. And no good vintage look is complete without some false eyelashes. So these are just the corner lashes to give you kind of that wing on your lashes. So some nice false lashes. And you will be getting a pure lipstick in my favorite color, which is a red ruby. I actually wore this today. It's completely worn off, so you can't see the color. And do you think I can find my lipstick? I've been everywhere, can't find it, and I don't want to open the box since this is going to be going to one of you. So just know, I'll place a link to my video about my lipstick haul, and the color is in there. So if you want to see the pure red ruby color, you can go check out that video. And yeah. And the last item you're going to be receiving in because no good retro pinup is not complete without some rockin' red nails, right? So you're going to receive this butter red polish, and this is Come to Bed Red. Come to Bed Red. Sexy. Doesn't get much sexier than that, right, guys? But it is just like a fabulous blue red. So, those are the items you're going to be receiving inside your fabulous dolly bag. Oh, so excited. Okay, how do you enter, right? You must be a subscriber to my channel, so if you're not, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. The other thing is, please be sure you are 18 or over, or if you are under 18, that you have permission from your parents, just because I will need to get your address to ship the items out, and we want to make sure that's all cool. And in the comment section below, just go ahead and let me know what has been your favorite type of video that I do. What is your favorite style, hairstyle? Do you like seeing the 40s styles? Do you like seeing the 50s? Do you like the updos, the downdos? Do you actually like seeing more of the sewing videos? Do you prefer to see more of the hair videos? Whatever is your favorite thing about the videos I do here on this channel, let me know in the comment section below. Here on YouTube, there is only one entry per person, so please please follow that. If you do post more than one entry, I will withdraw one of those entries. But if you want to have a better chance of winning, you can also go over onto my Facebook page, which there is a link in the description to my Facebook page, and you can like my Facebook page, and also I will place a link to this video, and just under that just comment on that post on my Facebook page, and again, let me know your favorite thing about my videos. Same question to answer. You can answer that over on my Facebook page as well for a double entry into the contest. That's the only way you can have a double entry. I hope that makes sense. And again, you guys, thank you so much. You are what makes this fun, and I have enjoyed so much getting to know all of you. And thank you again so much for all your questions. And I'm overwhelmed at the great questions you sent me, and I will be continuing to answer some of those at the end of all my videos. And I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye!